If you're tired of feeling like a doormat, this video is for you. And here's a question that might hit close to home. What if the reason people walk all over you is you? Yep, that's a tough one to swallow, but hang with me. Have you ever asked yourself, how do I stop being a doormat? Or maybe you've tried to set boundaries, but somehow they just don't stick. You tell yourself, this time I'm going to stand firm. But before you know it, you're saying yes when you wanted to say no. Does this sound familiar? Now here's a question that cuts to the core. Am I letting others take advantage of me? If you're feeling drained and underappreciated, there's a good chance the answer is yes. Today we're diving into why your current boundaries aren't working and how to finally set boundaries that stick. Ready to start standing up for yourself? Let's go. All right, so let's face it. You're tired of feeling like people can just take advantage of your kindness. Today we're diving into exactly how to create boundaries that actually work. Imagine having the confidence to say no without guilt, protecting your time, your energy, and finally feeling respected in your relationships. If that sounds like the life you want, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Maybe you've tried setting some boundaries, but found they just didn't stick. That's common, and it's usually because we haven't been taught how to do it right. Many of us, including myself, end up feeling burnt out or even resentful, yet we keep saying yes to things we don't want to do. But here's what I've learned through experience and working with others. Real lasting boundaries are possible, and they are life-changing. Think about it this way. People who set clear, consistent boundaries not only feel less stress, but actually have deeper and more fulfilling relationships. It's not a magic trick. It's simply a matter of learning the right way to create boundaries. And today I'm going to show you how. Now, let's walk through a 3-part plan to build lasting boundaries in your life. So each step is easy to follow, and with a little practice, you'll be able to set boundaries that work for you and create the people in your life that actually respect you. Step 1, gain clarity on your boundaries. The first step is to figure out exactly where you need boundaries the most. Look at your relationships and your daily routines and ask yourself, where am I giving too much? Think of those moments when you feel overextended or exhausted or just plain annoyed. These are signs that a boundary is missing. Identify these areas, write them down on a piece of paper. For example, maybe you feel drained by friends who only call to vent, or by a colleague who expects you to take on their work. I'll give you a personal example. I love hosting barbecues and family and friends for dinner. For years, I planned, I organized, I barbecued, cooked, cleaned, did it all. But I eventually began to feel resentful towards my friends and family members who showed up and did nothing to participate. Well, this was my problem, and I needed to come up with a solution. I wanted to continue to enjoy all the good times with the people that I loved and cared about. So, what am I going to do? This is what I did. I asked everyone to bring a delicious dish that we could share, and I let them know what I would be making, and before everyone left, I started to tidy up a bit, and I watched how people pitched in to help. Some people didn't participate, but many did. And now I decide who I'd like to invite. And I feel wonderful getting together with everyone that I want there. We create good memories, shared laughs, and good times, and I don't feel resentful anymore. Step 2, practice the art of saying no. I'm a recovering people pleaser, and this is still work that I do. If saying no feels uncomfortable for you, you're not alone. We are often raised to think that saying no is rude or selfish, but in reality, no is essential for maintaining our energy and self-respect. Here's an approach. This is what I've done in my own life. Practice saying no in small, low-stakes situations. When someone asks you to take on a small favor that doesn't work for you, respond with a kind but firm, "I'm not able to do that right now." One of my clients started using no by turning down small requests, like declining to lend out her favorite books. Over time, she became confident enough to say no to bigger demands, like working overtime when she needed her weekends to spend time with herself and her family. Think of this practice as building a muscle. With time, you'll feel stronger, you'll feel more comfortable, and you'll be able to use no in larger situations without feeling guilty. Step 3, stand firm and don't be surprised when you're met with some resistance. Now, here's the tricky part. When you start setting boundaries, people may push back. Why? Because they're used to you always saying yes. But remember, their reaction doesn't mean your boundary's wrong. It just means that they're going to have to adjust. The key here is consistency. Don't back down because someone challenges you. Keep your boundary clear and stay firm. Janice, a client of mine, she faced this with her family. She'd always been the one to host family gatherings, even when it left her exhausted. So it was similar to me. When she finally told them she'd only host every other holiday, there was resistance. Her family questioned her decision, and she felt very guilty at first. But after a few months, family adjusted, she gained her peace back, and her family learned to respect her need for balance. Some people will not understand, and you may find that you spend less time with those people. Some people will completely get it, and those are your people. Bonus step, regularly reevaluate and adjust. Boundaries aren't always set it and forget it. It's essential to regularly check in with yourself to see how your boundaries are working. Ask yourself, is this boundary still serving me? Do I need to make any adjustments? For example, a boundary might need to shift over time as relationships and situations change. Be open to tweaking if it's no longer working. This approach isn't about perfection. It's about staying connected to what you need at each stage in your life. Maybe you start by limiting work calls after hours, but later you realize you also need to protect your weekends. It's all about keeping boundaries dynamic and flexible that truly serve you. And by following these steps, you'll find that boundaries aren't just barriers to keep people out. They're tools that allow you to live a life where you feel respected, valued, and energized. You're not setting boundaries for others. You're doing it to honor yourself. This journey isn't about pushing people away. It's about making space for what truly matters. And the people who accept and love you for who you are, well, they're your people. They're the people that you want in your life. So take these steps, stay firm, and watch as your relationships and peace of mind transform. You deserve a life where your time and energy are fully your own. Now that you're equipped to set boundaries that stick, I encourage you to watch the next steps. Watch my video, Spot the Red Flags, Silent Signs of Emotional Abuse, to learn how to recognize and stand up to the quiet, hidden forms of control. This is more than just information. It's about spotting manipulation before it leaves you feeling trapped. Don't let these signs go unnoticed. Take charge, protect your peace, and check out the video now. You are loved, and thanks for being here.